Hi friends, welcome to the accountancy class. Today in this module, we are going to learn about the term double column cash book. Double column cash book is also known as cash book with bank column. This cash book has two columns of amount, that is cash and bank. The cash book is prepared in the same way as simple and single column cash book is prepared. The special feature of this book is bank column. The bank column at the debit side records those transactions which increase our bank balance. Bank as an asset increases with deposits and interest allowed on our deposits, and thus they are posted at the debit side. In this way, bank column at the debit side of the double column cash book records deposits of cash and checks into the bank and interest credited by bank. Bank column at the credit side of the double column cash book records all those transactions which decrease our bank balance. These transactions are interest on overdraft or interest charged by the bank, bank charges or collection charges, and other payments made by bank on our behalf. The debit side shows the receipts or, in other words, increase in the cash at bank, and credit side records the payments, that is, decrease in cash book. Next, we are going to learn about the term contra entries. Those transactions which affect cash and bank simultaneously are known as contra entries. For example, cash withdrawn from the bank for office use, etc. Bank column cash book has two columns for amount. The purpose of contra entry is to indicate the transaction which affect the both cash and bank balance. It should be noted that these transactions are not posted to the ledger accounts. There are certain transactions which concern cash and bank. When the cash book represents cash and bank, both the transactions have to be recorded in both the cash and bank column of the cash book. Contra transactions increases cash and decreases the cash at bank, or decrease cash in hand and increase cash at bank. These transactions are recorded on both sides of the cash book but in different columns. The transactions are opening current account with bank account, or depositing money into bank, depositing a check into bank received previously, withdrawing money for office use. The above mentioned first three transactions will increase cash at bank because in all cases the amount is being deposited into bank. These transactions are decreasing cash in hand at the same time because the amount deposited was taken from the cash available with the firm. The increase in cash at bank has to be shown at the bank column of the cash book at the debit side. It is shown as to cash or office, and the amount is written in the bank column. As the transaction refers to cash in hand, so it will be recorded in cash column also. Cash in hand is decreasing, so it will also be shown at the credit side of cash book as by bank account, and the amount will be written at the cash column. The same transaction is recorded at both the debit and credit side of the cash book. Therefore, it is denoted by the capital letter C, which is short form of contra and means contrary or opposite. In this way, contra entries are those entries which are recorded on both opposite sides of the cash book. First transaction is withdrawal of money from bank increases cash in hand. So it will be recorded at the debit side of the cash book as to bank account. When the transaction will reduce cash at bank, so it will also be recorded at the credit side of the cash book as by cash or office. It will be denoted by C on both sides. C means contra entry. Next, we are going to analyze or studying the format of double column cash book. On debit side, we have to enter all the receipts, and on the credit side, enter all the payments. The important examples for the cash receipts are cash sales, then commission received, rent received, then any amount received from debtor, then interest received, discount received, etc. The various examples of payments are salary paid, commission paid, rent paid, cash paid, check paid, purchases, sundry expenses paid, then drawings account, stationery expenses, then commission account, commission expenses, furniture purchased, etc. These are the important examples of payments we have to enter on the credit side of the double column cash book. The important points to be remembered while making the entries in a double column cash book are: first one, all cash receipts are recorded in cash column on the debit side, and all the cash payments are recorded in the cash column on credit side of the double column cash book. Then second thing is, if cash is received from a debtor or customer and that amount is deposited into bank account on the same date, the entry will be made in the bank column on the debit side, not in the cash column. Then while making the entries for recording bank transactions, first, when a check is received and the same is deposited into the bank account on the same date, the amount of check is entered in the bank column on the debit side. Then second thing is, when a check is received and the same is not deposited into the bank on the same date, the amount of the check entered in the cash column, not in the bank column. Then third thing is, when a check received from a receivable on a date subsequent to its receipt is deposited into the bank account, the entry is made in the bank column on the debit side and in the cash column on the credit side. It is called contra entry. When a check is issued, the amount of the check is entered in the bank column on the credit side. Now I am going to give some examples to make the concept thorough. First transaction is a sum of rupees 10,000 deposited in bank account. The entry will be bank account debit to cash account. The deposit amount is written in the bank column on the debit side and the cash column on the credit side. The next transaction is when the cash is withdrawn from the bank account for business purpose. When any money or any amount is withdrawn for personal use, it will be considered as drawings. But in this case, the money is withdrawn for office purpose. It will not be considered as drawings. So the entry will be cash account debit to bank account. The withdrawn amount is written in the cash column on the debit side and bank column on the credit side. After entering all the transactions, the next step is to balance the double column cash book. Both cash column and bank column of the double column cash book are totaled and balanced at the end of the appropriate period. The process of balancing and posting a cash book has been explained in detail in single column cash book article. The same process is also applicable to a double column cash book. Thank you.